Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends retro carded X-Men Avalanche figure. I've actually been looking forward to a new Avalanche figure for a long time, but I wanted one that looked kind of like that, or like any of the other versions of Avalanche that actually look more like Avalanche, not just some guy in half-ass cosplay. So you guys can let me know how you feel about that. Let's do the question of the day. Do you like this version of Avalanche that we see as the figure, or is there a different version you would prefer? I'll post an image of mine right now, because to me this is like, it's not really Avalanche. It's kind of Avalanche, but not really. So there's a lot to talk about. There's very little to talk about in this figure, but we're gonna get it off the stand and take a look anyway. This guy stands just about 6 3/4 inches. That's gonna make him pretty close to 17 centimeters, just above that. Here he is up against Darwin. It's not just the helmet, he's a little bit taller than Darwin. He's about 1.15 Darwins tall. Okay, so let's talk about the aesthetic. The blue's okay, but it's not really the right blue for any of the versions that I am familiar with Avalanche. And then the silver is that marbly plastic, which you could get away with, but they didn't really sculpt it like armor anywhere except for right here in these little shoulder thingies. This honestly looks like a bad custom rather than a factory-made figure of a character. It doesn't have the A on him anywhere, doesn't have the right colors. I know technically this look is kind of right, though I can't find an image of him with this sort of body with this particular helmet. So to me, this is just like a weird amalgamation that doesn't have any good detailing at all. Even the helmet, they could have gone with the kind where it has like a little bit of the brow sculpted in or something, but they didn't do that. He's got a boring face. The paintwork on the face is nice, but there's no paint anywhere else, literally. It is... okay, that's not true. They might have painted something around here for the forearms. Maybe. Just to match colors. But I'll post images of Avalanche, and that's how he should look. Any one of those would have been good. To me, this is not it. Because his body here doesn't have any armor on it. It's not big enough for it. And so, it's just... I don't get it. And why would you put it on? Why would you put this image with it? It doesn't look anything like that character. Even this guy has the extra armor sculpt down here. He's got the brows sculpted in. He's got an attitude. He's got the shape of Avalanche's helmet, not this. I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me that this is what we got for the new Avalanche figure. It looks like a guy in cosplay again. I mean, it's mostly the Whirlwind body, or Reaper, or whoever else used that body originally, I don't remember. So it's an old-ass body, and it's just not that good, and it doesn't suit the character. Don't care for it. Aesthetically speaking, I like it as much as he is excited to be an action figure, which is to say not very much. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It's not like absolutely horrible, but it's not good. It's not fun, it's not exciting, it doesn't evoke what a comic character should evoke. It doesn't have any dynamism, it doesn't have any stylization, it doesn't have any detail. Look how skinny his arms are. There's like no detail in them. The sculpt just fades into nothingness as it goes up. It's like the sculpt got bored too. It's just, what the heck? What the heck? I don't get it. No paint anywhere. They couldn't put any silver paint on here to actually make it look good? Hasbro nails metallics, and they couldn't put silver paint on this guy. What the heck? Okay, accessory-wise, he has just one set of alternate hands. That's it. 2 out of 10. There's just nothing. What are we paying for? It's nonsense. This is nonsense, I tell you. Okay, articulation time. He can look up. He can look down. It's your standard old school Hasbro hinge with the ball peg on top. Does the ball peg do anything? Nope. It's just a ball peg that serves as a swivel. Shoulders. This is hard plastic, by the way, so it doesn't get out of the way at all. Not that you need it to a ton, but it won't, just in case you were wondering. Still can't get the shoulders up very far. And then, of course, your rotation is okay, but limited by that. Bicep swivel is okay. I say only okay because it looks weird the way it's like out from the body. whatever. This body mold sucks. I've always hated this body mold, and it's not any better. Like 10 years later from when they first released it, or 8 or whatever it's been. Decent enough range because this cuff is in the way. They can't do anything about that. Wrists have a swivel and a hinge. Ab crunch goes back okay. Goes forward okay. Waist twist is a waist twist. There's just, it's a boring release. There's nothing for me to say that's really interesting other than what I already have. Good news is this does come off. It's a whole separate piece, the helmet, by the way. So maybe I could make new helmets. Ooh, would anybody want that? That's something I could probably produce fairly easily and not be too much of a pain in the ass, even though I thought that was true for the Venom feet, and then you guys ordered so many that I'm still filling orders. You guys ordered so many feet. Thousands of feet. Oh, man, I need to build a factory. Anyway, maybe we could make a new helmet that doesn't look so derpy on this guy, but then his face is still boring, so it probably won't happen. Okay, for the hips, he can kick high but out to the side a little bit. They don't really go back. They don't go out at all, not even 45 degrees. Thigh swivel is fine. Double jointed knee works, and the proportions aren't too bad, so that's okay. There is a boot swivel at the top of the boot. Ankles go back and forward, that's fine. Ankle rocker is very steep, but the boot swivel will account for that. So articulation's fine, 7. No, 6. 6, because the head doesn't have that much range and the shoulders are pretty limited and the hips suck. Okay, so final verdict on this release. It's boring. There's nothing especially good about it, unless you really like plain blue plastic and plain marbled plastic. And a bad sculpt that, I mean, it's not a bad sculpt, it's just a sculpt with no detail, no inspiration, nothing. The helmet doesn't appear to be accurate to me to match this particularly plain build. Almost every time I've seen this guy, he's got a helmet that doesn't look like that. We'll do another quick collage of images to show you what his helmet could look like to make him look cool. And so this isn't it. Alright, final verdict on this guy. 6 out of 10, I guess. For Marvel Legends standards, it's not like it's the worst thing ever, but it might be the most boring thing that they've released. So, yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else to say. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have 6 videos released every week. It's usually every day but Wednesday. And I have thousands of videos already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. In the meantime, keep collecting.